Hello everyone, this is Peyton here. These are two weird dreams I've had recently. So the first one, I had this critter keeper and it had a crab. Now this should have triggered me into a lucid dream because even though the crab was inside a critter keeper, its plastic feeling claws were able to still pinch me. And so I was moving my hand like further and further away from the crab while also holding the handle. And this thing was still getting me. It was weird. Should have cued me into a lucid dream, but it didn't. That's fine with me though, because it was a short dream. Dream number 2. So this one was a recent one, and I was riding in this van with a person I know, and we arrived to Six Flags Great America. And it was weird because I said, hey, I know you guys are doing stuff, but can I just stay here since this is my house? So I guess I lived at Six Flags Great America in my dream, which would be freaking awesome. And then everyone's like, yeah, sure. And like, I didn't know all these people. There's probably like 5 to 7 people in the car. And so we all get out, and it's probably like 50 degrees out. The winds are whipping. They're actually making like gusting sounds. Normally I don't have gusting sounds in my dreams, but in this one I did. And then I was like, hey, I was talking to the person I know. It's one of my friends / acquaintances, and I was like, hey, let's go on Raging Bull together. And we did. And then it was weird. The ride didn't feel like the normal ride at all. And like after I got to the top of this thing, it kind of, this is another part, this is another dream that should have cued me into a lucid dream, because I was able to grab both sides of my seat and kind of smush it together to kind of like fold it into like a folding chair. And then after I did this ride, I went to the room and everyone else disappeared. And I went to my room and I was doing a Raging Bull / roller coaster flight simulator, and I was trying to make the ride dispatch, but it wouldn't. And then I pressed the letter L for the lap bar to go down. And in this simulator, Raging Bull had a seatbelt. Again, another thing that should have cued me into a lucid dream. Raging Bull doesn't have a seatbelt on it, and so I clicked that with the S key, and then I pressed the letter D key, which meant dispatch. And then at some point during the stream, there was like a little 5-second thing where I kind of like was near Airbus A320, like I got teleported there, teleported back. And I was kind of like thinking that Bollinger and Mabillard and Airbus were the same, which they're not. Totally different leagues. And yeah. Those are like 2 of my favorite companies though for aviation and roller coasters, respectively. And then when I was back to the simulator, as Raging Bull climbed, it had like engines on it, and it was like climbing really fast, and it kind of had like a windy sound to it in the sim. And then I woke up. So those were 2 dreams I had recently. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Oh.